Today we finally got the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal trailer. I don't know what to expect. I tried to stay off of social media all day because I didn't want any spoilers, just like Battlefield, because I wanted a genuine reaction when I record this video. But before we get into the reveal trailer, I just want to say thank you for all the love that's been shown to the channel. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you can know when I post on my content, when I go live. Now let's get in this trailer.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets
Was that Menendez?
run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
2035.
This is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
We're back to robots?
Refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, Dayton. What matters is what we do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Spectre 1, report. Need a sit rep.
This isn't real.
Damn.
Hell it ain't!
Hijack. Avalon.
Pull it together, man!
So eager to leave, David. Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
What the?
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
That was an interesting trailer. Now let's go through some of the stuff that I noticed in the trailer. But seeing that, I don't know how to feel yet. Because, I mean, I played the story in Black Ops 6. And I want to say it ended, with Ghost or one of the characters dying, I remember at the end. That they were spreading the ashes. So, I don't know where this story is going to start from that. Because this is a big jump. It's super futuristic now. So, I don't know how to feel about that. Because that boots on the ground was good enough. But I guess we're going back in time because it reminds me now of Black Ops 3 and 4 because there was like a super jump in this, which we'll go over to that in the trailer. And then you could wall run or jump. I don't know how it's going to be, but that's how it looked. This right here, this for some reason, it gave me like an Inception like feel because I know based off of what it looked like in the trailer, it looked like they were like only imagining stuff. So this, I don't know how this is gonna be. If it's only gonna be towards the story mode, that all the buildings are gonna look wonky like this, or if it's gonna be multiplayer. But I don't know. This is gonna be different to see how the story is gonna be played out, and then see if this even comes towards effects on how multiplayer maps are gonna be made. Because this is gonna be a weird thing to see on how it's gonna be played. Robots. These robots, I don't know how I feel because I know based off of just when I watch YouTube videos and I look at different content creators to see their thoughts on certain things, I know the community is probably going to be 50-50 when it comes to going back to futuristic because, I mean, I thought it was fine. Black Ops 6, nothing futuristic, but now we're getting robots getting brought into this. I hope it's only in the story, but I mean, I can only hope because I feel like it's going to be brought into multiplayer if it is in the campaign. So, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on seeing all this robot. This part in the trailer, I don't know how I feel because it doesn't look like they have jetpacks per se, but these guys were able to super jump. And I heard in leaks that there was like a whole like jetpack rumor or super jump rumor. So if this is in the multiplayer, I don't know how I'm gonna think about it because I think it's gonna be OD. It's gonna be stupid in my opinion because boots on the ground is fine. I don't think we need a super jump because at that point, just make jetpacks because it's gonna be weird. People are gonna try to find weird ways to use it. I don't know how it would play just based off of playing all the Call of Duties in the past because I don't think we really had like a super jump. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings when it comes to this super jump. This grappling hook right here, this reminds me of Blackout. I don't know if everybody played Blackout, but this was the original Warzone. But for Blackout, the grappling hook, I always liked how it played because it gave a weird technique of how to move. I remember playing Blackout and finding the grapple hook, and then I would sneak under the water, and in the water I would just grab the grappling hook, and I'd be able to grab some part of the flooring, and I would be able to get far away. Or if somebody was on like a second or third story roof, I can hit that, and then I can fly towards somebody and sneak up on them. But with this, and then you look at the super jump, I don't know how that's gonna play because I feel like the grappling hook would be pointless if you could super jump. So I need to see multiplayer gameplays to give me my better idea of how this is gonna come to be. But who knows? Because of course this is a gameplay reveal trailer, of course, but we haven't seen multiplayer, and of course that's where my bread and butter is when I actually play Call of Duty. So I don't know. It's gonna be a sight to see. In this scene, we see somebody wall jumping. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if it's just a wall jump or it's gonna be wall running like Black Ops 3 and 4. So I need that multiplayer reveal to show up because I want to see how this is gonna play. Because this just brings me back to Black Ops 3 and 4. Of course, those games were mixed feeling because it had like a jetpack in a sense, but I mastered Prestige in both of those multiplayers. I loved it. I actually liked the grind on that. But super jumps, that grappling hook, no wall running. I don't know how to feel about this game yet. I need gameplay from the multiplayer side just to give my better opinion. Of course, Avalon, we've been hearing so much about. We've been hearing the rumors. And of course, you see them using the wingsuits right here. The wingsuits and Avalon, I want to say this is going to be the new Warzone that we've been hearing rumors about. Of course, you guys know if you've been watching me for a while, I'm not the biggest fan of Warzone, especially because of the hacking situation. Because I would go on it, I think I would have fun, and then I'd run into a hacker and just kill my whole vibe. That's why I pushed myself towards multiplayer more. But, I mean, the wingsuit, it gives me a Battlefield 2042 vibe because that game had the wingsuits. But in the same sense, that game died to me really quick because it was too futuristic. And I hope Call of Duty's not going to go too much into that direction, but we have robots, now the wingsuits. I'm like, I have a mixed feeling right now. And then these robots right here, I don't know how, if this is only going to be in the story mode or if it's going to be on multiplayer too, because robots, I feel like it's overdone. Like, it's not needed for Call of Duty. I feel like, yes, they want to change it up, switch the direction of how they're going to make the game. But if this is like a kill streak and multiplayer, I feel like it's going to be overdone. Like, I feel like this can either be really good or really overpowered or just really bad. I don't know which one it's going to be. I kind of hope it's not going to be a kill streak, but I think if it is, it's probably going to be like a 15 kill streak. It's going to be interesting to see. And then this part in the trailer kind of got me confused. Like, you see, I want to say this is Menendez's hand reaching on top of what looks like a bow or a building. I don't know if this is going to be like a boss fight per se when it comes to the story mode. So I don't know what to expect because I know it's all in their imagination. That's kind of how what they hinted at in the trailer itself. But this is kind of weird, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel. Leave your comment down below on how you feel about it, but this gives a weird vibe of the direction Call of Duty's going. Of course, we can see the Volt Edition. We see what comes with it. We got 5 different weapons. The Flatline, the Dravik, the Peacekeeper. We all remember this if you played the older Battlefields. The VS Recon, the Breacher. This, I believe, is a shotgun. Of course, we see the early access for the beta. I'm going to try to get my access early so I can try to play it just like Battlefield, get my thoughts and opinions, push out content, see if how I'm gonna feel about it, because Battlefield is good this year. Call of Duty, that's where I come from. I played every Call of Duty and I've always loved it, despite, yes, Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare were like the least played Call of Duties in the franchise for me, but I've always played Call of Duty. Call of Duty's always been something I look forward to every year, but I don't know how I feel about going futuristic. This part of the trailer kind of was interesting because it's zombies, and I always look forward to zombies. It gives me a challenge every year to do something besides multiplayer, because zombies, of course, has their own camos. It gives me something to actually grind for. I always like having both mastery camos done. But we see them driving a car in this part of the trailer. I'm kind of curious on how big is this map going to be, because if they're driving and that's what it gives off the vibe of, this has to be a really big map, because you look at Black Ops 6, Liberty Falls was such a small map. There's no size of that map that you can say, oh, I can be able to drive, or any of the zombie maps on Black Ops 6. So I'm curious on Black Ops 7 on how big are these maps going to be that we see them driving. And then the last part of the trailer, before the trailer ends itself, we see Dead Ops. Dead Ops is returning. This was, I want to say, Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2? I don't, could be mistaken, but I remember it wasn't 3 or 4. But Dead Ops coming back. It was a fun little arcade game to run. It's nothing too crazy for it to like say, oh, I'm like super, super excited for it. But it was something that was able to kill time. If you're waiting for a homie to get on or whatnot. This was also a fun thing to run. So Dead Ops is returning. We're going futuristic. I don't know how to feel yet. I need to see multiplayer like gameplay. I want to get a hold of it, play the beta, see my initial thoughts on where I'm going to be stirring towards. If I'm going to stick with Call of Duty, am I going to go to Battlefield? Because Battlefield's good this year. Call of Duty is always from my heart. I love Call of Duty. I played every single one, despite there's a couple that I didn't like. But I can be mistaken based off of what my thoughts are on just this trailer. We're going to have to wait and see.